license and registration, he can sense your aggravation.
On the head of the fallen angel.
When the world is muttering under the floorboards, stomp even louder.
Time.
Let them know you are alive today.
Or unhum.
Did you know that your hands came with a ripple effect?
Whisper tones unraveling like silk.
Blood, sweat, and tears win by any means poetry.
Sway, look at me. Is a piece of the pie too good for me?
Some may call it rock the mic. We call it poetry.
Poetry. The soul of humanity speaks through poetry, eternal and unending. She sings of generations past and yet born. We hear her song clearest when we listen with our hearts. What is poetry saying to you? Hi, welcome to Sojourn with Words. I'm your host, Sistah Joy, and today we are once again very honored to present some of the best in poetry from right here in Prince George's County, Maryland. Now, today we have a youth poet ambassador. So it's a special time for us to bring forward the voice of tomorrow, as shall we say. So I'm speaking of Charlene Badawu. And Charlene, tell me, am I pronouncing your last name properly?
Yes.
Okay, Charlene Badawu is well, first of all, welcome, Charlene. Welcome to Sojourn with Words.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I want to share some information about Charlene before we get into our actual conversation. I'm just so thrilled to have her on the show. She represents some of the excellence in literature in Prince George's County. Now, Charlene is a young writer, of course, and poet who has found her wings through words and has never since touched the ground. Since the sharp age of 12, anything creative has been this artist's way of expressing the whirlwind of emotions in her head, balancing a 4.0 GPA and multiple AP as well as honors classes for her entire school career. It's proven to be tough, but she's found that writing is a great outlet for her stress. So at school, for instance, Charlene partakes in extracurricular activities such as the drama club, the French Honor Society, mock trial, and the Globe Club. Inspired by her own life experiences and passions, Charlene loves to use short stories as her medium. Through these carefully crafted lines, she speaks on the issues in the Black and queer communities with which she identifies. Now, outside of her thriving career, both in and out of school, Charlene is a simple girl who you will find always drawing in her sketchbook. So she's a visual artist as well, while listening to her favorite boy band. So Charlene, thank you for letting us know a little bit about you through that information that you shared. And we are just very excited because now we get to hear directly from you. So Charlene, it's apparent that you take academics seriously. I see that you're a proud 4.0 student. What is it like to maintain the balance between poetry and academics?
I find that poetry and academics for me kind of interline because like my experiences that I put into my poetry come from the effort that I put into trying to balance just being a teenager and having this weight of being a perfect student on me.
Okay, so I guess the 4.0 represents being a perfect student. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, now with regard to, do you have siblings?
Yes, I have a little sister.
You have one younger sister. Okay. And is there a role that you feel that is paramount for you as being a big sister?
Yes, there's a little bit of pressure when it comes to being a good role model for her. When a lot of people around me tell me that, oh, your younger sibling will always look up to you. And I never really took those words seriously until she started growing up and I started seeing the way she acted. And she really does look at the things that I do in school and life and the way that I act, and she reflects that. So it brings a little extra pressure in life to do the right thing always and make sure that I'm putting on a good impression for my sister.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things as a teen poet, certainly it's wonderful to have the excitement of writing poetry and the depth of where it can take you when you delve into those deep recesses to try to figure things out as far as what really is meaningful to you. But the reality is you're part of a village. Your village is your family, it's your school, it's your home community. If you're so inclined, it's your church. There are many elements that are a part that make you and are a part of your life experience. Now, even breaking it down to within the school or academic setting, I understand that you're part of 4 clubs. Talk to us about I would presume these would be considered extracurricular activities that you're a part of. Tell us about that.
So before coming to high school, my schools would usually go from around 7 to 2. So I didn't really get a chance to participate in after school activities. But now I go to Oxon Hill and we go from 9:30 to 4. So I have more room to kind of engage with people around me. I started joining clubs because when I was a freshman in high school, I was very socially awkward. I wasn't good at talking to people. But I have, I'm not I'm a very extroverted person. I just have social anxiety in certain situations. So I thought that joining clubs would broaden my horizons and make it easier for me to branch out to people the way I wanted to. So I joined clubs that I had interest in, both for the future of my career and just things I genuinely enjoy. So I joined drama club in 9th grade, and I really love the environment there. There were a lot of people who were very similar to me, had been through a lot of similar experiences, and I found a really good community there and a lot of people to open up to. And I joined my school's mock trial team because I've always had a love for law, and I found that being around people who share that same love was really fulfilling for me. I joined the Globe Club because I feel like it's really up to this generation to focus on saving the earth, and our Globe Club is trying our hardest one step at a time.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Globe Club? Because I'm not familiar with what a Globe Club does. And also, please let us know which year, what grade are you now?
Sure. So now I'm a junior in high school, and pretty much what our Globe Club at school does is we try our hardest to raise awareness about environmental issues around school. We try to promote recycling, give students at school different ways to conserve energy and just be better to our earth. And it's a really fun experience getting to help our world step by step.
Okay. And I understand you're also a member of the French Honor Society.
Yes.
So you're bilingual at least.
Yes.
Okay. And let's see, what is this? A renaming of the school's GS. Talk about the renaming thing.
Yes. So I have been the president of my school's Gay Straight Alliance since 9th grade. And I wanted to really, every year when we get new students, I really like to make my club somewhere comforting for them to go. A lot of students found the idea of a Gay Straight Alliance sort of intimidating. So I wanted to make my club a space where people could be comfortable with themselves and be perfectly happy expressing themselves. So with my sponsor, I came up with the idea to change the name of the Gay Straight Alliance to Prism Club. And I found that it got a way better response to students around the school. More students come to meetings, more students are comfortable around me, and I've succeeded in creating the environment I wanted to create it with the name change.
Okay. Well, that's certainly the mark of a leader to take those issues that are significant and bring the community, in this case, your students at your school, to a better and fuller understanding of just what that is all about. So I thank you for that on behalf of the community at large. Now, I understand that you like to express yourself through clothes. Tell us about that. I love, I'm not a fashionista, but I love clothes as well. So talk to us about your approach to attire.
I have a very expressive way of dressing. In my life, there's a lot of things that I feel are sort of out of my control. Like academic wise, I have no choice but to get good grades. I have no choice but to finish this work, this and this. I feel like a lot of my life is controlled by other people. But one aspect of my life that I've always been able to control is what I wear. Since I was 8 years old, I've been picking the craziest outfits to wear, and it just hasn't stopped. And as I get older, it's just been such a nice way to kind of give the world a little bit more me.
Okay. And I think that's a woman's prerogative, a person's prerogative. Frankly speaking, we sometimes forget that we say so much more before we open our mouths just by how we present ourselves. And I think that's something that more and more persons need to take advantage of. Certainly in the workforce, as you get older, you'll find that there's sort of a corporate uniform that most places of employ expect their employees to, tune into, but more and more with, work at home and flex time and things of that, where there's just more flexibility for individualism. And I think that's a good thing. So as artists, we all strive for individualism. So I look forward to hopefully finding out more about what your self-expression appears, how it appears in the poetry community as well. Now, I understand you have a favorite boy band. Tell me about the boy band.
Yes, my favorite boy band in the entire world is BTS. They're a Korean boy band, and they've been active since 2013. I started getting into them around 2 years ago, and that was also in my freshman year. In freshman year, I feel like you do a lot of finding yourself and really understanding who you are. And for me, they were a key to that. A lot of their music preaches about self-love. And that was something that I really struggled with. I would look in the mirror and I just wouldn't love what reflected onto me. But the more I listened to the music and the messages that they told me, the more that I looked in the mirror and realized how much I deserve to love myself.
Absolutely. We all deserve that. Well, before we transition to hear some of your poetry, can I find something a bit about, well, can you share something a bit about some of your poetry influences? Who are some poets that you feel drawn to, and is there a particular reason why?
I feel particularly drawn to poets around my age.
Okay.
For example, like when we're given an assignment in school and students are able to tell their story through poetry, I feel like poems like that, I feel like school doesn't give an outlet to be creative often, but it's every year during my entire time in school, whenever there's a poetry unit, students are always so excited and so happy. And when they share those poems, the emotions in there are real. When I hear their experiences, I it's just something so raw about what they express in those. Those are my favorite poems, and I think students are my favorite poets.
Okay. Well, please do allow me to hopefully encourage you to consider reading more of the poetry that has been written by some of the classics, just as a matter of exposure. There is so much to be learned from those who have traveled this journey before. But at this time, Sojourn with Words family, at this time, We are now about to hear poetry by Charlene Badawu, and this will be reflective of who she is and her poetic journey. And hopefully, if you like what you hear, perhaps you'll reach out to us here at CTV and let us know. So, Charlene, what poems do you have for us today?
Yes, so I have a pretty good amount of poems to share today. The first one I have is titled Grammy. And I wrote this poem a couple days ago for Black History Month, and I'm really proud of it. It's something different than my usual.
Okay, Grammy.
How do you feel about chitlins? I say intestines are gross. Those things be stinking up the whole house. God, I know you hate the way they smell. If you said you liked them, my face would scrunch up in disgust. I'd judge you. Who wouldn't? You would do the same if you hated my taste. I wonder if we've always found them nasty. Them fried pieces of pork skin. Pork rinds, they call them. Grammy ate them up like chips. Wonder why that was. It's the skin of a pig. That animal got so much more to give. I ain't eating it, I say. So many of us say. There's regular old pork in the fridge. But look back at what we just said. Wait, just wait. Those words explain a lot. I got pork in the fridge. You can go to Giant, pick some up, clean cut and store-bought. My Grammy's Grammy ain't have such luck. She ain't have no clean kitchen, not like her grandbaby did. And she didn't have the luxury of picking up fresh meat from the store like my mama and yours. We say chitlins are gross. But do you think that's what she wanted for dinner? She made do with what she got, making meals out of the trash her owners deemed only good enough for animals. Was it glamorous? Of course not. When you don't got nothing else, eating an animal's intestines seems better than starving. But no matter the circumstance, you know your Grammy had her kids eating in style, seasoning and frying up the waist of the whites as if she were a Michelin star chef. She poured her heart and soul into every meal, put love into every dish that you can feel, until you couldn't tell the difference between luxury and race. But so solemnly stares back at me, the slave's hard work and dedication, the fight for freedom, for food, justice, the scraps thrown, lying beneath my feet. What else could you do with nothing else to eat? African-American families sit around the table, hands clasped together, unaware, smiling faces, the masks of their ancestors befalling their features. I guess you could say our ancestors worked hard so we could fill our plates with nourishment of your choice. Think about that. Ain't nothing wrong with not having a taste for things. Don't question your people. Don't criticize those who oblige. Don't look anyone in the eye and tell them what they're eating is nasty. Because you and I got roots with entrails. They ain't pretty, yeah, I know. But my Grammy ate them like chips. So you ain't have to.
All right.
And
Please
then
continue.
my next poem is called Black and Gray, and I wrote this for my school's Pride Month celebration. I know you only love me when I'm black and gray, when my colors blend in seamlessly, like the dark ocean's waves. I know you only love me when I'm black and gray, when my imperfections are hidden by the dark tide held at bay. I know you only love me when I'm black and gray, quiet and tame so I'm fit to obey. To be perfection at its finest, for you, I must be black and gray. I know you only love me when I'm black and gray, which is why I am hidden away. As soon as the colors rise to shore, you seem to not want me anymore. I know you only love me when I'm black and gray. I long for your love, but I'm not sure I can keep my color at bay. My colors never fail to rise into the shore of the perfect beach you built for me, reminding me that to be perfection, for you, I must be black and gray. Though it took me a long time to learn, I know my colors are a part of me. So I'm thankful for the beach you built, that you thought for me to be perfection, I must be black and gray. Because I know you only love me when I'm black and gray, when my colors blend in seamlessly, so I'm fit to obey, reminding me to be perfection, for you, I must be black and gray. But thanks to your beach, I have learned to be perfection, for me, I must be loud, I must be proud, I must be me. I must show my colors and not let them be hidden on your beach.
Okay, all right.
My next poem is called Single Mother. I want to be a single mother. It's been my wish since before I could remember. The thought of raising a little one on my own makes my heart feel full, far, and grown. Knowing they will be kept safe right beneath my wing makes me want to be a single mother. That is not the hope of many. In fact, it is far closer to affiliates for some. For why, I will never know. Because with another, things only grow harder. Sticks and stones crash into both of you. They always do. I've seen it happen. They come no matter what you do, and they don't stop at you. They attack your child too. Even both of your wings can't save them from the stinging pain of sticks scratching at their countenance. Maybe I can blame it on my dear friend Mara, who makes me want to hold a body with the same makeup as mine. Or maybe it's the fear of losing, the little one who I have given a part of my soul, if I allow another bird to bear the weight of sticks and stones with me. Though deep down I know I cannot accuse the sin deep inside me, nor the enrooted fear of my mate flying away from our nest, for my wish that makes widows weep. Because deep down I know the reason why my dream sticks with me. For my mean old mother's mother's mother had the fear which I cannot understand weighing on her shoulders, trickling down like water from a rusty pipe, onto the generations splayed on the floor beneath her. She had to keep my mother's mother under her wing, and my grandmother did the same thing. For the kin of three she bared, working hard for them even when her body betrayed her, T&M taking her soul from this world. Her kids raised their kids with no one but themselves to lean on, and I was a product of the chaos that surrounded that. Yet, I want to be a single mother, because my mother's mother's mother was. I want to be a single mother, because I know only I can protect my nest. I want to be a single mother, because my mother's mother was. I want to be a single mother because I trust no one and nothing. I want to be a single mother because my mother is. I want to be a single mother because that's all I've ever known.
Wow. Powerful. Powerful. Thank you for sharing that. Please continue. Your poetry is exquisite.
Thank you. The next one is a little one I wrote to, I gave myself a little prompt. It was to try and describe the color purple to somebody you can't see.
Oh, okay.
So it's called Purple May You Please. Purple may you please, let them feel what I see. What makes a lilac lily reflect onto me? Is it the softness of its petals that reminds me of my mother's skin, or how cool the petals feel when morning dew touches them? Purple, may you please, let them feel what I see. Is the sun made up of your color? It goes as far as the eye can see. If not, why does the evening bring shades of you? Some light like the moon, the others dark. Does that mean you're sending a storm? Purple, may you please, let them feel what I see. Are you the reflection of life, or is that just what I see? Are you the petals on a lily, or are you every shade in the sky? Are you life? I pray you are. Purple, may you please. Let them feel what I see.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Well, we have a little bit more time. If you'd like to share a couple of more pieces, we have time.
Sure. I call this one Viola. These woods can be lonely, especially at night. The purple girl, me, is so often lonely, wandering there, no light. The winds are harsh and most are mean, but there are 7 winds that talk to me. One nice and bright, truly a sight to keep me company at night. The second, just like me, wants to be wild and free. They are flawed and sweet and wish they were different, just like me. The third is so joyful, their laugh is so free that it spreads onto me. The wind flows through me and suddenly I feel I can breathe. The fourth makes me feel like the forest isn't all there is. Hope is what they call it, and that's what that wind gives. The fifth knows me. The fifth wind could have been me. The fifth wind knows where I've been. The fifth wind knows where I'm from. The fifth wind knows the best is yet to come. The sixth is as gorgeous as I wish I could be, though I'm sure the sixth would disagree. This wind holds out a mirror and lets me see how beautiful I am to thee. The last wind, well, it brings comfort at night. This wind hugs me tight until my worries take flight. With this wind, I know I am never alone, for its love can never be dethroned. The 7 teach me 7 very different lessons. 1 is always there. The second is a mirror. The third is a smile. The fourth is the future. The fifth is home. The sixth is beauty incarnate. And the 7th is where I belong. And then I have one more. Ooh. I wrote it in 10th grade after a girl asked me if I could write her poem for her.
We get those requests, don't we?
Okay, it's called Girl No. Girl, no, I can't write no poem for you. I don't know your story. I don't know where you come from or who you give glory. When I write poems, I write them for my soul. My soul ain't yours. Girl, no, I can't write no poem for you. Might just be an assignment for you, but my heart is twisted into these words, story carefully woven between stanzas and floored to an audience. You should give it a try. Speak your truth and nothing but, because my soul ain't yours, but yours is yours. Girl, no, I can't write no poem for you. You got a story to tell, don't you, girl? You got a life. I know you do. I live mine, honey. You live yours. I got things to do, my own story to tell. Grab a pen from my bag, girl. I'll sit and help you. Tell me your past. Tell me your present. Tell me where you came from. Tell me the story hidden in that head of yours. Girl, no, I can't write no poem for you, but you can sit and write your world down for me. Tell the world your story with your own hands. Weave your story into a basket and give the fruit of your words to the world.
Now that's the voice of a true poet. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Not only do you validate that, no, I can't write your poem for you, but I'm telling you why I write my poems. Yes, that was fabulous, fabulous. That I thank you so much for being a guest here, Charlene, on Sojourn with Words. We have truly been blessed by your presentation, and I'm just believing that the decision, and this was a decision that I came to as the new year began. I wanted to start presenting more youth poets through Sojourn with Words. As many of you know that view this show, I host a lot and present a lot of programs, in-person programs throughout the community, and I'm always looking for poets to present. So for me to be able to present some of the best spoken word and literary poets that are now just formulating their voice, their literary voice. It's just a wonderful experience and frankly, a dream come true for me. So thank you, Charlene. And we have the opportunity to continue doing this. So Sojourn with Words family, if you know of young voices that deserve to be heard, such as are in the realm of this young lady that you just heard today, please bring them to my attention. My contact information, I believe you probably already have, but let me give it to you again. Simply write to Sistah Joy, Poet Sistah Joy, POET SISTAHJOY @AOL.com. Be in touch and let me know. Certainly let me know what you think about the shows that we're presenting, but let me know if you have poets that you would recommend, and we'll take a look and see, okay? So that closes our show for today. Charlene Badawu. Charlene Badawu is the poet that we just presented. Thank you so much, Charlene, for being with us. And that gives us a closing opportunity for yet another program of excellence right here on CTV. Remember, always pick up a pen and keep writing.